The Xperia 1 Mark 6 comes with a wider aspect ratio than its predecessor. It features high-quality materials, including Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front, standard Victus glass on the back, and an aluminum side frame. The back panel has a matte finish with a unique, grippy texture reminiscent of a pill blister pack. This texture not only feels nice to hold, but also keeps fingerprints and smudges at bay. The entire build is IP68 rated against water and dust. The Xperia 1 Mark 6 now features a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio and a resolution drop from 4K to FHD+. While the previous 21 by 9 screen was comfortable to hold, there wasn't enough cinema scale content to justify it. The 6.5-inch panel remains crisp and detailed, and the switch to a 2.5K screen means the chipset doesn't have to work as hard during gaming. Sony has also introduced a 1 to 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate, improving motion smoothness and battery life. Brightness has been enhanced, and the display quality is excellent, with impeccable contrast and natural color tones. The Xperia 1 Mark 6 boasts a triple camera system. The main camera is a whopping 48 megapixel Sony IMX888 sensor. There is also a 12 megapixel ultra-wide and telephoto lens. The standout upgrade is the continuous zoom telephoto, which reaches from 3.5x to 7.1x without digital manipulation. Image quality shines in both daylight and low light conditions with improved HDR algorithms and human pose estimation. Sony's phones have traditionally appealed to photography enthusiasts, offering excellent manual controls. However, this sometimes came at the expense of point-and-shoot simplicity. In the Xperia 1 Mark 6, Sony has streamlined its camera app, combining multiple modes into one. This device offers impressive video recording features. You can record videos in 4K at 30 FPS, 60 FPS, and even 120 FPS for smooth, slow-motion footage. The video quality is very good with crisp and accurate color. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset delivers flawless performance in daily use. Multitasking is smooth, and Android feels super responsive. With 12 gigabytes of RAM, apps stay in memory without frequent reloading. Regarding battery life, Sony sticks to its tried and true formula, a 5,000 milliampere cell that charges at 30 watt. 50% charge takes about 30 minutes, and a full charge requires an hour and a half. Despite heavy usage, gaming, photography, and video streaming, this phone still manages to last a full day and night. Sony claims an impressive 36 hours of local video playback. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6 takes a more conformist approach compared to past efforts. Its screen aspect ratio, resolution, and refresh rate align with industry standards. Photo processing is now more hands-off, and there's no overwhelming array of manual camera apps. While it may not be the ultimate choice for point-and-shoot photographers, it still boasts fan-favorite features, excellent battery life, and impressive performance.
The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra got some amazing changes from last year's model. The phone has a titanium frame instead of armor aluminum, which feels nicer in your hand and won't get scratched as easily. It also has a cool texture that catches the light. The edges are less rounded so you can hold the phone more securely. The screen is flatter and has less space at the bottom, which makes the huge display seem even more impressive. If you're looking for a phone with an awesome screen, you can't go wrong with the S24 Ultra. It has a huge 6.8-inch AMOLED screen that can change its refresh rate from 1 Hz to 120 Hz depending on what you're doing. That means it can save battery when you don't need it and give you a smooth experience when you do. The screen is super sharp and clear, and you can make it even sharper by changing the resolution in the settings. The S24 Ultra also has the brightest screen of any phone right now. It can go up to 2,600 nits. That makes it easy to see even in bright sunlight. The S Pen is what makes the Galaxy Ultra phones special. It's tucked away in a little hole on the left side of the phone. You just push it in and it pops out a bit, then you can grab it with your fingers. The phone keeps the S Pen charged when it's inside, and it also reminds you when you take it out or forget it somewhere. The S Pen can be used for notes, drawings, or other stuff. There's a button on the side that does different things like taking photos or changing slides. The phone has some apps that work well with the S Pen like Smart Select, Samsung Notes, and Air Actions. But Samsung hasn't added anything new to the S Pen this year, which is kind of weird. The S24 Ultra is a beast of a phone, thanks to the special Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy chip that Qualcomm made just for Samsung. It has more juice for the CPU, GPU, and NPU, which means it can handle anything you throw at it. Plus, it has a huge vapor chamber to keep it cool and fast. The S24 Ultra has 4 cameras on the back. The main one is 200 megapixel and takes super sharp photos. There's also a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x zoom, and a 50 megapixel 5x zoom. The cameras are great. They take beautiful photos in any light, with lots of detail and color. They look as good as the ones from Apple and Google. The selfie camera is 12 megapixel and also takes nice photos. The portrait mode looks more natural than before. The S24 Ultra can also do some cool tricks with AI. You can remove or resize things in your photos with the Gallery app. If you like taking photos at night, you'll love nightography. It's a cool feature on the S24 Ultra that uses AI to make your night shots look better. It gets rid of some of the noise and makes the details pop out more. The colors are still vibrant and realistic. You can also record videos in 8K at 30 FPS, which is super high quality. The videos look sharp and clear, with natural colors and good stabilization. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has a big battery that can last for a long time. It's a 5,000 milliampere battery that you can charge fast with a cable or slower without one. You can also share some juice with other devices that support wireless charging. We tested the battery by watching YouTube videos non-stop with the screen brightness all the way up. The S24 Ultra kept going for 14 hours and 10 minutes, which is pretty good for an Android phone and better than the S23 Ultra from last year. We also checked how fast the battery charges with a 45-watt charger. It took about an hour and 20 minutes to go from empty to full. If you want an awesome Android phone, you can't go wrong with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's got everything you need: a stunning screen, a speedy processor, a long-lasting battery, and amazing cameras. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is not cheap or small, but that's the price you pay for having the best of the best. Trust us, it's worth it.